Streaming through a hole in time and space. Who could it be but Shmuppy? Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Limbus Company. Oh my gosh, we're finally here. We're finally at the very gates of Canto VIII, everyone. I'm so excited. So, by the way, I realized when I, did a bit of work this week, because actually the game is, I feel incentivized to, I've got the wind back in my sails. I feel motivated to actually work on my team. I got some people up to max level, but I noticed the massive trigger warning, the massive content warning was up again. Yeah, so just a reminder, everyone, if you're in a rough place, I know you know what you signed up for clicking on a Limbus stream, but, whatever. Never forget that we have one of the biggest content warnings in gaming. All right, everyone, let's dive in. All right, let me catch up with chat. Scrap is here. Hello. Where are you, person? Don't know who you are, but welcome. Lovely to see a new face. Good old Fish Dragon and Bibney Bobus are aquatic friends. If only Crabber would show up, then the trifecta would be complete.
나중에 집에 돌아가게 된다면 단테님을 초대해서 근사한 연애라도 열고 싶어요.
Let me show you my sinners.
아버지께
Last time I drew family hierarch candidate Ishmael. I feel like this is going to be like a Arter Blossom Faust. This is going to be like a Ferrari and completely out of my control. But we will see. I've put plain old Sinclair back into the mix because actually I feel like he goes best with our first line Rupture group. What else is going on? Yeah, not everybody's up to max level yet, but most everybody. Most everybody's got those good up ties, I think. I'm no longer getting yelled at by chat about it. So do we want to dive right in? Here we are. Listen to this music. Are audio levels good? Are you all able to hear it? All right. So before we dive right in, I do have to talk about. I have not seen the new Merceau ID. I have completely been living under a rock for the sake of staying spoiler free. So I want to tell you all about my weird onion dream. So in real life, I work in a laboratory environment. And then one day I was walking down the hall and I find a whole ass onion skin on the ground. Like the crinkly, the yellow brown skin, the outer skin of the onion on the ground. And I poke it with my foot and I'm like, yeah, that's an onion skin. I go about my day. This is like finding a whole ass onion skin on the ground working at like K-Corp or some shit. And then I had a vivid dream last night. I'm on a medication that's giving me weird dreams. I dreamt that I was in the cafeteria and I saw a guy just take the skin off, that outer skin, and then just bite into a big white onion. Like it was an apple. This dramatic music is helping, but I think my brain was trying to help me make sense of the horror I saw that day and the implications of the whole onion skin on the ground in a laboratory environment where we don't do anything with onion. Okay. I think I'm ready. Talking about tearing skin off of onions, not off of people, not this time. Okay, let me actually rethink my order now that I've rearranged. Onion, war crime, dream, Crabber! Oh! The marine trifecta is complete. Welcome, buddy. Yeah, I had a weird onion dream. What do I want my order to be? Okay, girl, you are the star of the show.
여기서 저만큼 유능한 인재는 흔치 않죠.
Rupture squad.
혈기분들이 또 날뛰고 있나요? 저를요?
Good. First line, second line.
재촉지 마시고.
Greg is our last resort.
준비한 대로만 하면.
Oh, hello. You finally played Undertale?
우수수 하늘 가득
Oh, we'll talk about that later. I'll talk about that later.
빛깔 잃고 향기 멎은들 그 누가 슬퍼하나. 꽃 갈퀴 손에 들고 뜰을 나섰건만 떨어진 꽃잎 밟을까 서성거리네. 그러니까 결국 이 풍진 세상 눈을 감지 않는다면
To shut my eyes?
벗어날 도리가 없겠지.
Oh.
보가 얼마나 고단하고 여의치한 여정이었느냐.
The hierarch of Hongyuan Jiamu. Hello. Oh. A memory? Little Bao Yu? Or does she call us that in the present? Okay, this is something I was curious about. I have not beheld the matriarch before. There is one item that, in terms of like Chinese theater, would be the symbol of her role that is missing. I think it's called a moe or something, but it's the headband that goes across here. Her ornaments, everything, lovely. The choice of yellow. But if you wanted to make this like super literary, that is my one criticism. That is going to be my one bitch today. No headband with a jewel in the middle.
험난하진 않았어요. 하루하루가 매일 신기하고 새로운 나날이었으니까요.
Look it up.
할머니?
Oh, it is grown Honglu.
대체 뭐라고 이야기를 나누고 있는 거예요? 식탁이 너무 넓어서 말소리도 잘 들리질 않고 애초에 이걸 식탁이라고 부르는 게 맞나요? 여기서부터 저기까지 끝이 보이질 않는데요.
I am just drinking in this environment.
어딘가 불편하신 점이라도 있으신가요? 혹여 소인이 도울 일은
불편? 당연히 밥 먹는데 성가시게 왔다 갔다 하는 게 제일 불편.
아니에요. 불편한 거 하나도 없어요.
Sinclair knows how to navigate being waited upon, I guess.
그럼 보고
She's beautiful.
친구분들을 소개시켜 주겠니?
Mama? Mother? Look at this exquisite robe. Look at this. Lady Wang. Mother?
아니 나 참 남의 부모님을 만났을 때는 어떻게 돼야 할지 영 어색해가지고. 시선은 어딜 둬야지? 이 정도로 웃으면 되나? 아니 너무 경박해 보이지는.
Oh no, he like the mommy.
그럴 필요까지는 없어요. 내 집이다 여기시고 편하게 있으세요.
Man, I could go for a Chinese feast right now.
아싸, 땡큐.
Me too, Rhodia. Yeah, we're always on the same wavelength. Best girl.
라고 하기엔 집이 넓어도 너무 넓어서 편할 수가 없는데 말이지. 이러다간 물 한 잔 마시러 가다가 미아가 되어버리겠어.
그건 걱정
Also,
마세요.
welcome, Sinclair. Welcome to the chat. I don't know if I missed your message
방
before.
곳곳에 있거든요. 시종분들이 달에 한번 방문해서 길 잃은 분들을 구조해 주신답니다.
Stray people
물론
shelters
그때까지 살아계신다면 말이죠.
once a month? What the hell kind of shit?
홍루 씨,
How big is this place?
지금까지 들은 것 중 제일 웃긴 농담이었어요.
웃기려고 한 말은 아니지만 덕택에 재밌으셨다면 다행이에요.
And this is the environment you grew up in.
그런데 홍록은 다른 형제들은 어디에 있는가? 그대의 환영식이라고 들었는데 말이오.
내 환영식이기도 하거든.
Hi, Xichun.
그리고 얼굴만 봐도 인상 구겨지는 놈들을 보아서 뭐래? 같은 식탁에 앉아본 것만 해도 거진 10년 전이야. 그리고 말 걸지 마. 아까 내가 한 말 잊었어? 난 이제 너희들과는 완전히 등을 돌린 사이라니까.
I don't want to be your enemy. I really like the idea of being on your side for this.
우리가 먼저 말을 걸었나?
저는 우리 포기가
He really does look like his mother.
이렇게 제 몫을 하는 사내가 되어 무탈한 모습으로 돌아오니 그것만으로도 더 이상 바랄 게 없습니다.
Is there some anxiety about his upbringing?
그러니 보가 재촉할 생각은 없지만 다음 출가 날짜는 언제니?
Huh? Immediately? That's the first question? What do you mean?
아직 정해진 건 없어요, 어머니.
그렇구나. 나는 그저 이곳에 계속 머물러 있다가는 네 소임을 다하지 못하고 저물까봐 염려스럽단다.
Fade?
가모님도 그렇게 생각하지 않으십니까?
그래. 우리의 둘도 없는 진귀한 보물. 이 속세에 남아있지 말고 때가 되면 다시 떠나 그 가치를 다하거라.
You don't want him to be a part of this, so why is he even well, our company's compelling us to be part of this.
그럴게요, 할머니, 어머니.
Throughout the entire familial discussion, Honglu's expression remained the same, in that tranquil, perpetual smile. Despite his return after years of wandering, being met with the family's obvious push to make him leave as soon as possible. He stands unaffected, as though he were expecting this gaudy yet hollow welcome. With his attitude being so passive, I also had no choice but to watch as a bystander. A few hours ago, back in the streets.
이제 곧 가마가 오겠군요.
Episode. Palanquin?
가마! 우와, 여기는 무슨 가마를 타고 다니나 보네. 그치 그래?
Is that literal or just a cultural term?
그래, 소두 씨. 우리가 그 가마라는 것을 타고 가는 거지? 그렇지?
Like, are we going to get into a box that's carried by people? The usual comedy pair's desperate efforts to lighten the mood are particularly appreciated today, as tragically ineffective as they seem to be.
네, 여러분들과
Yeah, the air between us and Xichun has been made cold.
가문의 일원이 거주하는 대관원으로 가시게 될 거예요.
Dagwanyon. That's where we're headed. They've sent a whole palanquin to pick us up. Huh. Does Honglu's family already know that he'll be participating in the family hierarch war?
아니요. 그쪽에서는 아직 모르는 사안일 겁니다. 회사도 정보 유출을 막기 위해 방금 저희에게 이 사항을 전달했을 테니까요.
Yeah.
그저 귀향한 홍루 씨와 가시춘 씨를 환대하기 위해 보낸 것일 테죠.
그런 만큼 가마를 타고 갈 수 있는 건 초대를 받은 여기 홍루 씨와 가시춘 씨, 그리고 그들을 따르는 세력들뿐. LCCB 팀과 베르길리우스 씨.
What's going on here? Is this an example of what we're going to be getting in? Ooh.
아쉽네요. 같이 갔으면 좋았을 텐데요.
항상 이런 식이지. 우리 집 어른들은. 여기 있는 사람들 다 재워도 티도 안 날 만큼 넓으면서. 어머나, 그 말은 좀 감동인걸요? 가시춘 씨도 저희와 헤어지기 아쉬우셨나 봐요. 방금 전에 시원하게 내 뒤통수를 후려쳐놓고 말하는 꼬락서니가 얄밉네.
Not too small. Says, where are you? Hello, friend. I don't know. Maybe it could be like a TARDIS. It could be bigger on the inside.
애초에 가주대전에 참가한다는 게 무슨 뜻인지 다 알고 승낙한 거야?
Murder.
우리가 가주심사라는 버젓한 명칭을 두고 왜 대전이라고 말하고 다니는 거라 생각하는 거야?
Murder.
너희는 이제부터 언제든지 목숨이 노려지는 곳으로 들어가는 거라고.
Mm-hmm. Murder.
당연히 나를 포함해서.
I will be forced to kill you, Honglu. There can only be one.
객잔의 일을 벌써 잊었어? 그때는 웨이가 네 목숨줄을 지켜줬지만 이젠 밤중에 직접 목숨줄을 끊는 암자로 찾아갈 수 있다는 거야.
미리 유감이라는 말씀을 드리는 편이 좋겠습니다. 당신들에게는 칼끝을 겨누고 싶지는 않았습니다만
Wei looked at us with an unfamiliar and cold, intense glare. It's all business now.
그건 우리도 였는데 마음이 통했네요.
Oh, Sinclair, you wanted to be friends too.
반대로 말해서 너희도 언제든지 나를 찌를 수 있다는 뜻이기도 해.
아니요. 그럴 생각은 절대.
Xiao Xichun ignored Sinclair's anxious pleas and looked straight toward Honglu.
마음을 바꿀 마지막 기회일 수도 있어, 오빠. 나는 마냥 가벼운 마음으로 내 세력에 들어오라고 제안한 게 아니야. 하물며 가주대전은 그렇게 쉽게 한다만다를
Did his
결정할 수
expression
있는
change back
문제는
there?
절대.
네가 그렇게 살아왔듯이 시춘.
Yeah, what traumas does Xichun carry?
나 역시도 어렸을 때부터
She's been put through this shit
가주대전에
too.
대한 이야기를 수도 없이 들으면서 살아왔잖니. 그러니 우리가 느끼고 있는 무게감은 같을 거야.
Man, the detail put into everyone's expressions evolving as the conversation does.
그래.
Is it me, or did her belly button used to be more prominent in her art? Or am I thinking of the... Or am I thinking of the lady you sent us on our last job? I don't know, there's been quite a few belly buttons.
뭐 상관없어. 필요에 의한 잠깐의 동맹치고는 너무 오래 끈 편이긴 했지. 원래대로 돌아가는 것뿐이니까. 그럼 태평이 말이나 섞는 건 여기까지 하도록 할까?
Bye bye for now, Xichun.
응? 네가 원한다면 그렇게. 아, 시춘.
뭐?
가문의 사람들에게는 내가 참가한다는 이야기를 하지 말아줄 수 있겠니?
Oh yeah, keep it secret. I mean, I guess it would benefit you to have unknown element in the game.
당분간은 비밀로 두는 편이 좋다고 해서 말이야.
이제 와서 그런 부탁을 한다고 내가 그걸 들어줘야 할 이유가 있나?
For someone who supposedly doesn't care, Xichun appeared rather hurt as she took a moment to glare at Honglu, biting her lower lip. Then suddenly strode right up to him.
이게 정말 오빠의 선택은 맞아? 아니면 그냥 저쪽에 시켜서 하는 것뿐이야?
By theirs, if you mean us, then yes. Xiao Xichun gestured toward the rest of us with her chin, so she's very astute, Xichun.
내가 가주대전에 참가하는 건 이미
Hi,
정해진
Void.
일일 텐데
Welcome.
그걸 궁금해하는
Good
거라면
day.
시춘, 너는 내 선택이라는 것에 중요한 의미가 있다고 생각하는 거야?
Do none of them carry significant meaning?
또 그렇게 나오겠다는 거지. 가주대전이 어떤 의미인지 알면서 내가 왜 그런 걸 물어봤는지 모르겠다고? 대답은 됐어. 더 말 섞을 필요 없겠네. 그런 얄팍하고 허튼 마음으로 어디까지 살아남을지 보는 것도 재밌겠다.
Xichun burns bright like flame. Honglu just goes with the flow like water. Hey, wait! My girl, she's gone. Xiao Xichun appeared pretty distressed after that exchange. So I was about to say something when Pilot, who had been fiddling with the radio behind Sode, began shouting urgently.
과장님, 곧 가마한 대가 도착한답니다.
Battle?
어제를 생각하면 오늘은 푹 쉬면서 가고 싶다고. 그럼 빨리 타러. 아니, 지금 온 건 우리가 먼저 탈게.
Oh, our ride is here.
어차피 양보해주는 거엔 도가 텄을 거 아니야, 오빠. 에? 그런 게 어딨어? 공평하게 그 있잖아, 가위바위보라든가.
가위바위보, is that rock paper scissors in Korean? I know it's jankenpon in Japanese.
야, 차라리 가주대전도 가위바위보로 결정하자고 하지 그래?
Xichun gave us a wry grin before leaving. Wei followed her wordlessly.
아이고, 겨우 좀 친해졌나 했더니만.
저기 있다. 가마를 기다리고 있는 걸 보니 의뢰자가 말한 후보가 분명해.
Naturally, trouble finds us. Here we go.
저쪽에서 몰려오는 괴한들이.
후보를 노리고 습격을 지시한 자가
Oh, hello, Otis. Forgot you were here.
사이와뿐은 아니었을 테지. 관리자님, 다음 가마가 오기 전까지 잡졸들을 처리하는 편이 좋을 것 같습니다.
She really was quite prominent during the intervallo, huh? Yeah, what can we do, right? Alright, what are you guys about? Bleed.
힘내긴 해보자고.
Inflict tremor on hit. Nothing that we have to worry about on use. What do you think QOH Dawn would apply? Refresh me on what QOH means again. Queen of Hatred! Queen of Hatred! Duh! Okay, yeah. I really don't know. Queen of Hatred Dawn is real. That's right. Sinclair was recapping the live stream for me. Oh my gosh. Who tipped me? The Quizno216 on Ko-fi. Did the little bleepity bloop play for you all? $6? Why, thank you very much, bud. The Arknights collab will be intervallo length. Hi, Base Cannon buddy. I see. $6. Thank you very much. That's going in my gas tank. And also towards stickers. That's right, everybody. Sticker Club is not dead. I have already got some... I keep forgetting to talk about this on stream. I'm already receiving items for the next Shmuppy Sticker Club. I've got these... Let me see. I've got these beautiful washi tapes with desert creatures on them by an artist out of California who's... What's the shop name? Is the shop name not the artist's name? I'm not gonna say the artist's name, but I'm gonna link it below. One of the items, the like special big ticket non-sticker item this time is gonna be this washi tape roll.
저 사람들 좀 지친 것
No
같아요.
notification, sadly, but at least we got the dancing aliens. Oh, I know why it didn't notify. It must have gone through the system notifications channel, and I have that muted while I'm streaming. I must adapt. Whoa. How'd you get all that the ego resources so quick? I'm not used to a team that has Wrath. Alright. Honestly, these guys are no danger.
직접 나서지.
관찰을
Walper.
끝났습니다.
Whooper will have 2 IDs and an ego. Excited. I'm actually saving up for it for 1. I saved up for it actually twice. This is actually time number 2. I saved up for it last cycle and then realized I did not have enough because there was like something that showed up beforehand that I was like, I gotta pull for it.
해보겠습니다.
And then I was like, I had reduced my wallet by like 50% by the time while Peepus came around. Beautiful. It's Crimson Spring. My first time seeing it in action. I love her.
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀들 것 같은.
I don't really know how to yield the jumping Okay, 3 launcher.
적사살 좋아.
It's when she gets the ability. Okay. Alright, let me check. Alright, let's just win rate up.
너냐?
If Dawn gets the Queen of Hatred, who gets the other magical girl IDs and which? I think that would be a very slow rollout, and I wonder if it would happen because there's maybe just like one other one, because I feel like there's a lot more enthusiasm for Queen of Hatred. But honestly, I don't know. If they were to like slow roll it, one part of the magical girl set every once in a while. I want one of them to be Greg. Let one of them be Greg.
조금씩 끝이 보이네요.
Win rate.
해냈어요.
You have 4 launcher.
곧 삼켜질 것이오. 기다리시게. 곧 삼켜질 것이오.
이후에 특별히
Yes,
잘할
this
일도
team does much better when I keep the like sinking people, the back lines, and don't dilute this rupture. Beautiful, and
최고의
also
선택이었어.
Xichun Ishmael helps. Go, Poise Girl.
와, 엄청난
Explode him.
공격이었어. 기념할 만한 걸.
Get nibbled. Good job.
더 이상 식별되는 적은 없습니다.
Yes, you are seeing
관리자.
Base Sinclair. He's helping the rupture economy. He's doing his part.
그래도 전날처럼
He's here for
끝도
good
없이
luck.
몰려오진 않아서 다행이네요.
뭐 그때는 얄팍한 술수에 속아 넘어갔었으니까요.
그보다 기분이 많이 상하신 듯 보였죠.
She doesn't want to have to do this.
그런데 이번 일은 시춘이가 서운해할 만했어. 우리가 들었던 홍룬의 가족을 생각해봐.
I need to look into Korean honorifics so I can learn how they're referring to each other and how they think about each other.
갑자기 배신이라니.
Like, how is he really referring to Xichun? Only for him to stab you in the back at the last minute. Oh yeah, because I uptied her. I saw the Xichun Ishmael story and what the fuck? I'm concerned. What does this mean? Do any of you know? Queen of Hatred Greg? Yes, please put it in the Discord.
그러게요. 괜히 지켜보고 있는
By the way,
저도
everyone, say hello to good friend Base Cannon, aka Quizno, aka other things, who has been one of my long-time supporters and the one who kicked me in the butt to tell me, hey, you should start accepting tips. Oh, Worm? That is pretty neath of you. Hi, buddy. So chimed in nonchalantly, as though it wasn't her who pulled the plug on our alliance at the last second. Did it come from higher up?
명색이 H사인데 왜 가마만 덜렁 보내주는 거래요? 기왕이면 호위들도 같이 보내주면 좋잖아요.
호위까지 보내줄 만큼 가족애가 넘치는 집안이었으면 처음부터
Oh
가족
no,
심sem이
wait,
모니터하는
Discord's
것도
not.
이러지 않았겠죠.
For all that talk about having notifications off and then Discord bloop.
철저한 약육강식의 세계.
Carmen was confirmed to be the uptie story narrator when the sinners are not speaking for themselves. Yeah. The mirror world does not make sense, but anything is possible. I was so caught up in the fact that she was showing up. Like, does that mean she's gonna get distorted in the story? Carmen, get out of my girl Xichun.
가주 후보들조차도 수십 명은 있을 테지만 그들 중 누구 하나가 길바닥에 죽어 있다 해도 눈 깜빡하지 않을 테고. 실례했어요, 홍루 씨. 제가 너무 직설적으로 말을 내뱉었네요. 예전에는 이쯤 말하기 전에 누가 나서서 말려줬는데 말이죠.
So, yeah, I was thinking, what's changed? That's what's changed.
개념치
Effie.
마세요. 다 맞는 말일 뿐인걸요.
It has been sent. Thank you very much.
저도 다른 집들은 이렇지 않다는 걸 깨닫기까지 조금 오래 걸리긴 했지만 있는 그대로의 지금의 불쾌함을 느낄 필요는 없으니까요.
I need a live 2D model. I wish you all could see the look of concern on my face. I've been thinking about that lately. I don't know, I'm doing magical girl themed karaoke this month. Maybe I'll make a transformation. You'll just have to tune in and see. Keep an eye out for the thumbnail.
조금 풀어줘도 괜찮겠죠.
Very long soundbite. The bell tolls. Dante wanted to see Xichun mail, so the mirror showed him Xichun mail, even though it was weird. Carmen's judging us for our taste in daydreams. What was that ominous metallic noise? It was Bell.
타종의 소리인가 보.
Ball.
하지만 보통의 종처럼 청량한 울림은 아니구려. 무언가.
By the way, Crabber, have you ever heard of a game called Foxhole? It's one of the few games where there aren't really international restrictions for who can play.
이 종소리는 일정 시기가 되면 반드시 들려오는 소리랍니다. 홍원의 어디에 있던 간에요.
제적일이네요.
Restructuring day. Oh, stuff's gonna start moving around. Nope. Says Crabber. Oh, it's interesting. It's like a World War level technology type trench building and logistics game packaged as sort of a MMO, really, but it's a logistics game, man. There's a lot of good action. She trails off, unable to finish her sentence as a brutal scene unfolds behind us.
보여요?
Citizens getting launched into the air, left and right.
건물들이 제각각으로 움직이고 있어요.
Wish it was as Ishmael said, the buildings, all tethered to a complicated network of rails, were either rising from or sinking into the earth. What is the purpose?
이 근방에 있는
Why?
모든 건물에 움직임이 관측된다. 남겨진 것은 없군.
어젯밤에 작달막한 소란이 있긴 했으나 이 정도의 규모는 아니었네만.
밤중에
Are we gonna have to
보셨던 건
dodge?
제적일의 전조 현상이었을 거예요.
Can we stand on a building and get
공간의
launched
재분배를
right
위해
into the complex?
알맞은 위치로 조금
As long as Dante
이동했을 뿐일걸요?
survives, we can rewind. Oh, but Dante wouldn't be able to launch. Imagine us like launching the sinners out of a cannon into our destination, and they all just sit there as a pulpy puddle until Dante comes walking in like hours later and is like, kablam! Rewind. All right, everybody, we're ready to go.
제대로 된 시작은 지금부터일 테죠.
그게 전조 현상이었다고요?
지금의 홍원보다도 훨씬 전에 H사가 남긴 잔재라고 할까요? 그때부터 지금까지 이어져 내려온 건물이라 정확히 어떤 무엇을 위한 특이점인지는 알 수 없지만
We don't even know, says Sode.
지금은 현 H사의 제적일 기준에 맞게 움직이고 있을 뿐이죠.
Can't really donate to people. I see. Well, I meant that I see a lot of people from countries I don't normally get to interact with on there, and everybody gets along really well, and Foxhole is nice and cozy. There's occasional assholes, but I mean, like any game of that type, you know, you gotta be able to dish it and you gotta be able to take it.
모든 것은 하루아침에 이루어지는 조리.
Sounds like an incantation.
최선을 다해서 노력했다면 두려울 것이 없네. 살만하지 않겠는가? 조금이라도 발붙일 자리가 생겼다는 건.
Tartarus, you're 10 years old? Do not live stream. There's a lot of ways you can mess it up. You need to protect your need to protect your privacy and identity. I didn't do it until I was like 15, but my first time live streaming, maybe that's a story I'll tell in between story chapters. This music though.
만약 그게 아닌 자가 있다면 어쩔 수 있겠나? 그저 조용히 물러가서 운명을 받아들이는 수밖에.
Where's it coming from?
그 다음 달을 기다리면서 이 몸뚱이 하나 건사할 방법을 궁리해야지. 오늘은 몇 명이 떨어지고 몇 명이 버텨내려나.
It's okay, Tartarus. I just worry for you a little bit. But welcome to the chat. Also, why are you watching Limbus? You're 10 years old. You don't need to be here. Also, Base Cannon, you heard Foxhole? Oh, I was suggesting Foxhole to a chatter who shows up frequently. Except for LobCorp, which is 15 plus.
부디 모든 걸 너무 꽉 움켜쥐고 있지 마시게. 놓아야 할 때를 모르고.
What was I up to when I was 10?
모른 척하게 될 테니.
제조립의 말로는 영원한 추락인가.
I mean, I was definitely poking my nose where it shouldn't be on the internet, but Airborne update is soon. I haven't been able to log in for any of the recent wars since I've started editing my big video. Bodies falling. Are they singing it to themselves in comfort?
이것도 H사의 특징인가요?
다른 둥지에도 부의 척도를 재는 특출난 가치가 존재하지 않던가요?
T사가 시간을 재화로 썼던 것처럼 말이요.
맞아요. 이곳 홍어는 그 척도와 재화가 공간의 소유 규모인 단이라는 단위로 결정된답니다.
Oh. Oh. What? What? There's some Maoists who would have some strong words about that, and also greater commentary on pre-revolutionary Chinese culture. I am not pro-China. I just appreciate their history and have met enough people from China that like the mention of wealth and currency is based on how much space a person owns, potentially as dictated by landlords. That's a very biting, deliberate thing. Is that taken from the book, or was that an intentional choice? Project Moon, talking about adult shit once again.
소유한 건물의 면적이 곧 재산의 척도라는 말이구려.
Have a good night, Tartarus. Thank you for stopping by, but also I'm concerned. I'm a little concerned. Please take care of yourself and protect your privacy. Night night.
네. 그래서 한 달에 한 번 평가된 노동의 가치와 소득의 양에 따라서 각자가 가지고 있는 공간의 면적이 정해집니다.
잘 살고 있다가 갑자기 내 집에서 밀려난다는 거야? 아니 뭔 그땐 해괴망측한 규칙이 다 있나?
이곳에서 한 번도 나고 자란 적 없는 저희야 그렇게 느끼겠지만 오래전부터 존재했던 홍원의 규칙인데다 분배의 방식과 계산도 정교하기 때문에 이곳에 사는 사람들은 모두 자연스럽게 받아들이는 것 같더라고요.
Accepts them as a natural part of their life. Who gets to judge this? Is it computational? Is there a central hub where people are running these computations? And why aren't people storming it with guns and blades?
그럼 홍루 씨도 직접 보신 적이 있으세요?
I guess that's what it means to be a society, isn't it? We accept these things in exchange for our comforts, our protections, our formalities.
이 제적일이라는 것이요.
Our roadmap that has been laid before us to supposed success as long as we play the game, huh?
보았죠.
What is it? Someone once said people like to think that they choose their own path, steering left and right, but the truth is that the roads were laid long before they were even born.
제 방에 있는 난간에서 가끔 바깥의 풍경들을 바라보고 있으면 아주 멀긴 했지만 분명히 보이곤 했어요.
His expression remains tranquil and still as he calmly reminisces. Ah, yeah, watching the bodies fly in the night. Twinkling like stars, like that Ricardo guy. It was like then, when he was merely watching the featureless scenery pass him by.
제가 살았던 대관원은 제적일에 별
The city
관심이
demands
없었어요.
blood.
그곳은 방이 늘어날지언정 줄어들 일은 없는 곳이었거든요.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm drinking G Fuel and it makes me burp. I really hope it didn't pick that up.
그래서 저는 바라만 볼 뿐이었죠. 제가 머물던 방에서.
What the heck was I doing when I was 10?
너는 그래. 너라고 뭐 할 수 있는 일은 없었겠지만
I was really into watching anime chopped up into 4 pieces on YouTube. Really weird anime. Anime I maybe shouldn't have seen.
그런 꼴을 보고도 그냥
And also cable TV anime. I was really into anime adaptations of visual novels by the developer Key, K-E-Y. They have a very distinct style, and their games make you cry. Heathcliff trailed off, but I could see that he was gritting his teeth.
가마 한 대가 더 도착한다고 합니다.
당신들을 태울 가마가 온 것 같네요. 이야기는 그만하고 타러 가시죠.
이게 가마예요?
Can we see?
네. 그래도 여럿이서 타도 될 만큼 큰 가마를 보내주셨네요.
가복 도련님이야. 귀빈 12분 맞소일까?
That's us.
13인데요?
But I thought Sode wasn't invited?
잠깐. 소인이 듣기로는 분명 복 도련님의 세력은 단 12명이라고 했는데요.
Upon hearing that, Sode began aggressively striding toward him, causing the palanquin bearer to shrink in fear.
왜 이렇게 무섭게 다가오시는지.
12 맞는데요? 설마 당신 눈에는 이게 멀쩡한 세가의 인원으로 보이시나요?
You're getting in by asserting that we are an object, a possession? Huh? Sode suddenly grabbed my shoulders and presented me before the bearer like I was some product.
이 홍원에서는 흔한 머리는 아니지만 이건 의치 아닌갑쇼? 시계긴 하지만
생각을 좀 해보세요. 당신이라면 아무리 돈 없는 내잔한 인생이라 하더라도 시계를 머리로 붙이시겠어요?
에이, 말이 되나요? 홍원엔 더 다양한 재주를 부릴 수 있는 생체 시술이 차고 넘치는구먼.
Is she trying to suggest we are Baoyu's personal possession?
제 말이요. 대체 무슨 사연인지는 몰라도 세상엔 우리가 모르는 참 딱한 처지가 많은 법이죠.
아이고, 이거 사기구만 사기. 이 어떤 뒷골목에서 그랬는지 몰라도 아주 단단히 당했어.
더군다나 시간도 안 맞고 제대로 된 의식도 없어요. 이것 봐요. 입이 없어서 째까기는 소리 내는 것밖에 할 줄 아는 게 없다니까요.
Those were some pretty darn hurtful things to say. But I decided not to take them at face value. It was pretty obvious what she was trying to do. Have they gone into why Dante has clock faces on fire or what that has to do with the Divine Comedy? We have gotten brief glimpses of something, but no, it is still very much a mystery. Somebody tell Sode I'm getting dizzy.
아이고, 정말이네. 누가 이런 천인 공로할 짓을?
다행히도 우리 마음씨 고운 보옥 도련님이 다른 둥지에서
Yep, this was her
시계상을
angle.
팔고 있던 걸 차마 눈뜨고 못 보겠다 싶어서 주워온 거예요. 홍원에선 다른 머리로 교체하는 것쯤은 일도 아닐 거잖아요.
Future Canto, maybe. I feel like we're gonna get little nuggets throughout things, and then maybe one big collapse, one big reveal.
아, 그야 그렇지요. 그 돈만 넉넉히 있다면 전신까지 싹 다 교체하는 건 일도 아니니.
Well, a new head for me?
그렇죠? 그래서 보옥 도련님의 세력원은 저 포함 12인 거예요.
그래 보입니다. 하지만 저희도
곤란하시다는 건 우리 도련님도 아주 잘 알고 계시죠. 그래서 이렇게 작은 성이라도
Grease his palm. Sode produced some bills from her pocket and smoothly slid them into the palanquin bearer's own.
에헤이 이러시면 안 되는데.
그리고 아시죠? 이런저런 이야기가 새어나가면 괜히 일이 복잡해지잖아요.
Wait,
알다
you're not-
받아요. 보아하니 사정도 딱해 보이고 해서.
Are you
이번만
going against the
그냥
higher-ups'
도와드리는
orders
거요.
by coming with us?
안 된다는 놈이 왜 돈은 자연스럽게 주머니에 넣고 있는 거냐?
자자, 거기서 그만 쑥덕거리고 이제 그만 올라타시죠.
Wait. Are we leaving Pilot alone here? Fuck Pilot. Pilot seems to have noticed me staring in his direction. He stopped fidgeting with a radio and waved at us. Not fuck Pilot, I mean I guess in this situation, well, fuck Pilot. My inflection is bad.
아, 저는 여기서 처리할 것이 남았습니다. 걱정 마시고 몸성이 다녀오시면 됩니다.
Don't get yourself killed.
가마보다
Do a better job of gathering intelligence.
리무진 같구려.
Limo.
이 샴페인
Limo
마셔도
company.
되는 거야?
무슨 작전 중 음주는
자,
With a quick clap, Sode promptly put an end to the hubbub the unexpectedly flashy appearance of the palanquin caused. Her demeanor had shifted entirely into that of a calm and collected strategist, a far cry from the person who was chatting up a storm with the bearer just a minute ago. Briefing.
일 얘기하죠. 일 얘기.
This place is beautiful and bloody. Whew. Okay. Disruption.
맛있는 경험을 기대하지.
그리고 그 후엔
잠깐. 밖이 소란스럽군.
Not long after Sode paused over Otis's remark, a grating speaker whine rang out, followed by the worried voice of the bearer on the other end.
습격이요.
평탄하다 했더니 아무래도 여러분을 방해하고 싶은 후보가 여럿 있겠죠?
Why am I not surprised? Just some more sibling nonsense. Oh, these guys? We got it. I'm just gonna win raid. Pardon me while I have a sip of drink and let my throat rest. It's been pretty rough the last few days.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
적확한 한입이었어.
Anyone here have issues with their consoles?
방금은 좋지 않았다. 뭐 그럴 수도 있지.
Look at the cars in the
포기하지만
back.
말자고.
I see, yes.
쟤네 정신을 못 차리는 걸?
People propelled
차라도 했나?
palanquins.
사냥 시작.
예측대로
부서진 홍차이가 무상한 목숨. 불구를 지원해.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
Yes, you did just see win rate.
나이스. 하나 제꼈다.
I don't think it's related, but I salivate a lot when I sleep. I don't think it's I don't think it's related.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
관찰은 끝났습니다.
The tonsils are like in the back of the throat, and mine have always had problems. I get tonsil stones. And recently, just one of them on one side of my throat has hurt a lot. And I don't know what's going on. I poked it with my finger and was going like the entire time because I was reaching my hand in my throat. And it felt better afterwards. And there was a little blood on my finger, so I think there was a cyst or something popped out. Maybe I have a tonsil stone stuck in there? Not sure.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
Truly Xichun's potential woman. I don't know, I'm pleased with their output as just a part of the regular Rupture team.
조금씩 끝이 보이네요.
How many? 5 of 10?
깔끔하게. 모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
I just heard something I don't know how to comprehend.
끝났습니다.
Someone doesn't have tonsil stones. When did I get her? Very end of last stream. I poured a bunch of lunacy in until I got her. I didn't do her story on stream. I did that while I was working on my team this week.
와, 엄청난 공격이었어. 기념할 만한 걸.
Sorry, I do talk about gross and biological things, especially like on Subnautica. Double sparkle eyes. What? Especially on Subnautica. There's a number of chemists who tune into that game, and so I talk chemistry with a bit sometimes, and I end up on subjects like the truth of what an acid burn is like. And everybody who's a chemist is like, yep, and everybody else in chat is like, what the fuck? But I also have pet tarantulas. I think whatever part of my brain is meant to cause disgust, I think it doesn't exist in us Purpurians. I think we don't have the same disgust gland as you humans. Still feels like it's a work in progress with Janky. Yes. I will agree with that. Alright, let me try and engage my brain. Crimson Pahonix. Nibble nibble. Let's just get gluttonous. Let's just get gluttonous. Man, I'm really pleased with our ego resource balance with this new team. Thank God I'm not in VR. If I had to hear this in VR, I think I'd stop moving and take like 5 seconds to comprehend. I've been considering playing with VR or doing 3D karaoke in a VR space. I have a headset. I just don't have good space, you know. My home is like a clutter witch, clutter bitch mess.
직접 나서지.
Always been the token Aussie friend who's comically unafraid of spiders. I'm unafraid of spiders. In my home growing up, we weren't allowed to kill spiders. Especially the ones in the bathroom. They're doing a service for you. they live here too. And once a year, it's like you would knock down the cobwebs and leave a little bit of nest for them so they can rebuild, but just get the cobwebs. And one of my lowest points in my life was I was dating a guy, and he was in our family home, and he freaked out that there were the little harmless wiggle waggle daddy long leg spiders, the ones that just wiggle around and don't hurt anything, in the bathroom, and he had me, and he was like, kill it, and love is a powerful drug. I killed the spider, and my whole family was disappointed with me, and I got a stern talking to.
훌륭하오. 이외에 특별히 첨언할 이유도 없군.
Don Quixote Schmuffy, I've conceived an idea most ingenious. Hello, Papa Don. Welcome to the chat. Interesting that you have taken the time out of your immortal life pinned to all that shit to say hi, but also I hope the idea most ingenious is about how to help my tonsil shit. My horrible tonsil stones. Oh my god. I've already talked about things I've already talked about. God damn, that was one of the sentences of all time. What gross biological thing should I talk about today? Tartarus! Flee while you can! I'm talking about adult stuff. I thought you were gone! Okay, let me think of a fun biological fact. Oh, I know. Oh, so I have pet tarantulas. I have 3 tarantulas. I'm just gonna go tarantula special interest mode for a second. Male tarantulas are pretty much disposable and live much shorter lives than female tarantulas, and tend to be smaller, with smaller booties and leg spans. So, tarantulas, female tarantulas, can live really long. Some species, people think they can live almost indefinitely, like a lobster. The longest lived tarantula in history was like 80 years old when she passed away. I think I'm very lucky. I'm pretty certain I have all females. One of them might be a male. I don't know. Sometimes they're really sexually dimorphic, but I find a lot less so in New World spiders, which is what I have.
저희가 이길 것 같아요.
We do be talking about taxes. That's right, Tartarus. Get out. We're going to be talking about taxes and escrow and the soffits of our houses. Male tarantulas aren't necessarily pointless. They carry the sperm from place to place. And sometimes they become food, but it's interesting the way that they do it. They come up on a hole, they detect like, oh, there's like web or pheromones or ladies here, because tarantulas rely on a lot of smell. All arachnids do, pretty much. Like camel spiders and scorpions have smelling glands on the bottom of them that is always sniffing the area. But tarantulas are so particular about smells. Usually when I pick up my tarantulas, whether I'm gloved or barehanded, they'll spend like an hour just wiping their paws off and getting the awful, icky human smell off. They are so sensitive. But what was I saying? The males find a burrow, and then they come up and they're like, knock, knock. Knock, knock. And they play the bongos. They go. And then the female will go. And they will bongo back at each other until they both touch tippy toes, and then adult things happen. And hopefully the female gets out. I mean, hopefully the male gets out unharmed. But yeah, that's why if you're buying a tarantula, one that is adult and is confirmed to be a female is so much more valuable, because they can live so much longer. A male has a like 7 to 10 year lifespan depending on the species. Petals. Describe what molting feels like?
대관원 입성이요.
Molting feels like when you're in a really, really tight sweater and you're pulling it off of your body over your head, and then you go, eeeh, and you have to, actually it's really slow, and you gotta shimmy, shimmy, shimmy out of it, and then you're left with a really stiff sweater on the ground. Does that make any sense? Oh, tarantulas are absolutely adorable. They're fuzzy and pretty helpless. People think they're scary, but Honestly, there's not much they can do to you unless you're allergic. You can do a lot more damage to them than they can do to you. Overcome your fear and embrace the spider, Void. Take a leap into the spider world with us. Get yourself a tarantula. Despite some troubles on the way, it seemed that we managed to arrive at our destination mostly unhurt. Dongyuan. Dogyuan. Honglu's old home.
어이쿠, 시간이
It's
얼마
okay,
남지
Void. I'm
않았네요.
sorry. Don't mean to pick on you. Removing a wet swimsuit without your hands? That's right, because they do build up moisture. They do build up a bunch of fluid inside of them to make it go pop.
파우스트 씨, 제 작전의 핵심은 이미 이해하셨겠죠?
그리 보기 좋은 광경은 아닐 거라 예상합니다.
핵심은 그들이 여러분을 죽이려 들어도 당황하지 않고 기다리는 것에 있답니다.
질의 겁을 먹고 처리하라는 명이 떨어질 수도 있겠죠. 하지만 홍원의 가주를 심사하는 자의 담력이 그 정도는 아닐 거라 생각합니다.
No, they're a bit more underhanded here.
그렇죠. 상대의 그릇이 크기만 하다면야.
Do Purpurians molt? Yes we do actually. We have distinct instars. Imagining how hairy they are, I can't. That's one of the things I like about them. I love having their exoskeletons and petting them and feeling how soft they are. I don't usually pet the actual spiders themselves because that seems to bother them.
어? 죽여?
Sometimes I'll
못
pick up
죽여.
like a shriveled up wolf spider or something off the ground at my work because it's pesticided to hell, and I'll pet it because it's so silky and soft. And then I'll throw it outside to return to the circle of life.
그럼 다음 연락은 1차전을
I actually have a problem. I cannot stop myself from just reflexively going, ooh, and reaching for a bug whenever I see it. Like, I made a bit of an ass of myself. In the same hallway where I found the onion skin, I found a big old house centipede. And I immediately went, ooh, baby! And leaned down and tried to pick it up. And it scurried under someone's door. And my face, when I said, ooh, baby! was like right by the vent of that person's door, so I know they heard me go, ooh, baby! Oh no! He scurried away! And then I scurried away really quick so that nobody could see me. It's me and bugs. After that cryptic exchange with Faust, Sode leapt gracefully off the moving palanquin as Heathcliff murmured in his half-sleep. You slept through that, bro? We watched her grow smaller and smaller as the distance between us grew, but what really caught our eyes were the scattered humans that the restructuring day had evicted from their homes. They were trying to drag their broken bodies off the road, sobbing and writhing.
참혹하네요. 저희가 도와드릴 수 있는 건 없겠지만
그런 무력한 감각은 업무 효율에 영향을 끼친다. 차라리 반복하여 경험에 익숙해짐을 추천하고 싶군.
Keep looking, kid, says Merceau.
홍루 씨는 집에 돌아가시는 소감이 어때요?
Sinclair changed the subject.
글쎄요.
The city is always changing. The path could be really winding or it could be really short.
말이라고 하냐? 복잡하겠지.
Are you projecting your emotions of your home coming onto him?
나는 중간에 그냥 다시 돌아갈까 생각만 수백 번 했다고.
I don't know that Honglu feels the same. I don't know.
만약에 문을 두들겼는데 그 애가 나를.
Heathcliff. Somebody get him a blanket and a water. Heathcliff came to a suffocating stop, his voice trembling lightly as he did so. The other sinners stared at him in confused silence. Who?
뭔데요? 말을 왜 하다가 마는...
Wow, look at these cool windows. I think we can swap them out with other images. I quickly tried to swerve from this subject again, but all I got was Ishmael's scolding glare that seemed to wordlessly tell me, not the time.
기억나요. 각자의 희노애락이 있었던 도시로 향했을 때 여러분들은 모두 버스에서 각자의 풍경을 보고 있었으니까요.
Looking at sceneries only they could see. That's much more succinct in Korean, but... Are you ready, Honglu?
로자 씨는 계속 어설프게 농담을 하시려고 했고 싱클레어 씨는 몇 번의 울음을 삼키려고 하셨죠. 그리고 이상
She's been
씨는
watching us all.
오랫동안 눈을 감으셨어요. 이스마일 씨는 호수를 내려다보면서 계속 혼잣말을 하셨고
Your eyes are croissed, Sinclair. They're moist and crusty at the same time. They're croissed.
히스클리프 씨는 잔뜩 겁을 먹어서 머리를 수없이 매만지셨어요.
You really did skip Gregor. You've really been watching us closely, huh?
우리가 그랬었나?
봄 가버리면 꽃잎 모두 흩어지고 자기만의 문 찾아 제각각 돌아가리. 저는 말이죠. 다들 각자마다 모아둔 꽃잎들이 있다고 생각해요.
Hmm.
나 없는데? 그런 걸 왜 모아?
Metaphor, my dude.
그러면 아직 버리지 않고 있는 것뿐이죠.
There was still a transparent smile on his face, but I think I saw a burying, sinking shadow behind it. Oh. The moment I felt that, a familiar light came into view. Oh. And I immediately understood what was going on. The golden bow is close, and it is resonating with Hong Lu's fathoms.
꽃잎 묻는 나를 보고 남들은 비웃네.
Huh? A resonation from this far away? Is it because he accepts it?
나 죽고 난 후 묻어줄 사람 누구일까? 봄은 가고 어여쁜 얼굴도 늙어가면 꽃은 지고 사람도 가니 서로 알 길 없구나.
배우기는 왜 항상 이해하기 어려운 시만 읊어?
Dayu.
늙지 않을 방법 같은 건 널렸지 않았어?
머리카락이 희게 새지 않아도 봄은 지나가니까.
꽃잎들은 왜 네가 손수 치우고 있는 거야?
Is this the person who gave you your philosophy?
물에 띄어보내면 되잖아. 손에 흙도 다 묻을 텐데.
아까운 말 하지 마라, 오라버니. 잎들을 다 쓸어버리면 어디 가서 비 오는 소리를 듣게? 이건 추억이야. 비 오는 날의 추억. 그러니까 버리지 않을 거야. 그리고 흘러내려가 버리게 되면 꽃을 더럽히게 되잖아. 부욱 오라버니도 부디 품에 있던 잎을 전부 흩어놓지는 마.
Big bro Balyu. What do the petals represent? Honglu? Are they memories? Are they moments? Is there anyone you miss here at Dagwanyuan?
네, 없네요.
You're lying.
어떻게 그럴 수가 있어요? 가족들이랑
Unless you mean that that person's already passed.
여러 소중한 사람들을 남겨두고 왔을 텐데요.
The only one who matters to you is already deceased? Gone?
글쎄요. 잘 지내고 있다 믿고 있는다면 구태여 그리운 마음을 가질 연유는 없으니까요.
You You have all this rhetoric, but do you really feel that way? You have the rhetoric to explain it, but do you still treasure your petals?
아니요. 출가하면서 전부 흩뿌리고 왔답니다.
Petals are worldly attachment. I think I get it.
그래서 이젠 비 오는 날에는 아무 소리도 들리지 않아요.
So my rainy days are now silent. A very Buddhist philosophy. It's like a harmony of Tao and Buddhism.
보신 거죠? 단테님.
Without worldly attachments, there's nothing to feel pain over.
제 기억을.
I really feel like he's staring into us right now. I did. Honglu laughed. He wasn't surprised or angry that I peered into his memories. It's only natural, after all. The bow.
홍루 씨의 부모님은 어떤 분이세요? 아니면 그 종종 언급하셨던 할머니라는 분이라던가.
Sinclair added carefully. Maybe he was trying to commiserate, tenuous as that connection might have been. We were headed to his home to meet his family anyway.
두 분 다 이치에 밝으셔요. 할머니는 항상 저를 아껴주셨고요.
Precious. Beep beep beep.
어머니도 아버지도 저를 아껴주셨죠. 아, 거의 다 도착했나 봐요.
What happened to make you adopt this philosophy?
정원이 보이네요.
Whoa. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. So many stories. This is one massive garden.
본가 안으로 들어가려면 아직 조금 남았어요. 옛날엔 정원에서 사슴이나 토끼들도 뛰놀았거든요.
There would be animals here?
이거 산책하려면 하루 종일도 걸을 수 있겠는데요.
주로 저는 제가 살던 방 주위에서만 다녔어요. 여러모로 위험하니까요.
It's dangerous? Why?
잘못된 길을 걷다가는 예상치 못한 사람도
Honglu
만날
is
수
very
있고
close to you after this canto,
표적이 될 수도
Sinclair.
있고요.
Yeah,
밤에는 앞이 보이지 않을 수도 있잖아요.
I wonder what comes next.
그냥 마당에서 달리다가 무릎 깨질 수도 있고 나뭇가지 얼굴 좀 긁히고 그러는 거지.
No, he means murder.
히스클리프 씨라면 자유롭게 달리셨을 것 같아요. 그래도 항상 조심하는 편이 좋아요. 제가 5살 때는 나뭇가지에 누가 치명적인 독을 발라놓았어요.
Oh!
독을?
Dogu? In Japanese, that's doku. Very similar.
히스클리프 씨처럼 뛰노는 걸 좋아하는 동생이 있었는데
A little brother?
우연인지 딱 그 주위의 나뭇가지에 독이 묻어 있었던 거죠.
Is that Daoyu?
어떻게 되었는가?
Hi, Dawn. It's our first time seeing you this canto, isn't it?
괜찮아졌을 거예요.
Random tree branch jump scare. Hello, Mons 10. Welcome, coach. I'm sure he got better.
스빈이 백밤만 자고 나면 괜찮아질 거라고 했거든요.
Siren.
스빈은 언제나 똑똑했으니까 그렇게 되었을 거예요.
Okay, not Daoyu. Not Daoyu, right? Ja Baoyu. This might be the last one for today, everyone. My throat is feeling really rough. And I'm supposed to play TF2 with friends later, so I'm gonna need to take a rest, but I do want to see this.
대화 정입성이요.
It wasn't long before our arrival to a new place within Dogwanyan was made known by the palanquin bearer's sonorous announcement. A herald.
뭐가 이렇게 많아? 대화총은 또 뭐야?
쉽게 말하면 연애를 여는 방이라고 할까요?
오, 그런 용도치곤 여긴 하나의 마을 같은 걸.
저기 보이는 건 호수인가요?
아, 그건 연못이랍니다.
A pond? What is your definition?
연못?
Is it the one from the memory?
도착하면 저랑 시춘이를 환영하는 자리가 마련되어
Sorry,
있을
I skipped
거예요.
Greg. Just like Hong-Lu did.
아, 로저 씨도 오랜만에 정말 배부르게 드실 수 있겠네요.
도착하기 전부터 이렇게 설렌 적은 처음인 것 같아.
저건 배인가요? 배를 정박해둔 거예요?
The pond's as big and deep as a lake, I suppose.
아, 네. 가끔 뱃놀이를 나가기도 했거든요. 아, 그리고 연못 저 너머에는 시춘이 지내는 건물도 있답니다.
Xichun's building is across the pond? You each get a building of your own? Probably a plaza of your own.
네. 그래서 처음 홍원을 떠났을 때
If this is built
다른
like a,
곳에서는 한
you know,
건물에
a
온
Chinese
가족이 함께
palace.
지낸다는 게 신기했답니다.
Didn't even live under the same roof.
이래서는 가족끼리 얼굴 한번 보기도 힘들겠네만.
그러기 위해서 따로 쓰는 걸요?
이거 대화가 제대로 이어지는 거 맞아요?
We are not.
이럴 거면 베케이션을 처음부터 홍루군의 집으로 잡아주지 그리하였어.
그건 곤란해요, 돈키호테 씨. 출가할 때 할머니와 어르신들께서 꼭 당부하시던 말이 있었거든요.
Bye, where are you? You will be missed.
때가 되면 자연스럽게 발걸음은 돌아올 것이니 그 전까지는 많은 것을 그저 보고 있으라고.
Witness and only witness.
언제 오려나 했는데 시간이 속절없이 흘러 정말 와버렸네요.
Most sinners did not welcome their turn. Some of them were even terrified of it, Otis. Sometimes they had to confront what they'd been avoiding all their lives. And for some, important things that were once forgotten or lost were waiting for their return. But their reluctance is still really not surprising at all. I don't think I'd welcome an opportunity to get my memories back with open arms if it was thrust upon me out of nowhere, especially if I was getting dragged there against my will. But despite the fact it couldn't be more obvious that his turn had arrived, Hong-Lu was as tranquil as he always was. He's always been able to remain aloof, no matter what happens. Maybe it won't be different this time either. I don't like that kind of ominous talk. You're coding him for misery. We all know what's gonna come. But even so... Can I judge that so hastily?
가시 오프라님 행차시오.
Again, with the palanquin bearer's deep, full-throated pronouncement of our arrival, the door opened.
자, 필요하실 텐데 어서 들어오세요.
Leaving behind the sinners, who were still reeling from the astronomical level of opulence at display, Hong-Lu bounced lightly off the palanquin and moseyed into the building, like a prince.
설렘도 떨림도 없는 차분한 걸음걸이구려.
Completely neutral.
그러게요.
좋은 집에만 살아서 뭐 무서울 것도 어색할 것도 없다. 이거 아니겠냐?
그래도 홍루군의 마음 한구석에는 가족들에 대한 그리움이 남아있을 것 같지 않은가?
I don't know that it's a subtle expression of anything. Once we all left the palanquin,
모든 것이 상당히 넓고 거대하구려.
하인들도 대체 몇 명이래요?
아, 술시가 되면 할머니가 방문하신다네요.
Juhao.
연애는 그때 시작될 것 같아요.
Hour?
술시는 19시부터 21시 사이를 의미합니다. 동부의 특정 지역에서 간혹 사용되는 고유시간 체계죠. 추가로 홍루 씨의 조모인 가모는 이 대관원의 가주입니다. 홍원의 수장이라고 이해하셔도 틀리지 않습니다.
Right.
친인척인 날개의 대표.
We've not really gotten to see much of this area's business. What was it, bioengineering?
네. 이제 곧 다음 후계자에게 가주를 넘겨주실 테지만요.
Like a table.
이제 와서 가주의 자리를 넘기려는 이유가 뭐지?
Otis, as she probably saw an ulterior motive behind every move, inquired.
언제나 때가 올 거라고 하시긴 했어요. 당신께선 너무 오랫동안 맡으셨다며 말이죠.
갑자기 나타나서 가주 대전에 참가한다고
Are you all
하면
familiar with
깜짝
chaebol?
놀라시겠어요.
Korean hereditary mega corporations like Samsung and Hyundai?
글쎄요. 어쩌면 담담하실지도 모르겠어요.
That's pretty much what this whole wings business is based on, I think.
구태여 나갈 이유는 없지만 나가지 않을 이유도 없었으니까요.
저쪽에 시추님과 웨이님이 앉아 계세요. 다행히 무사히 도착하신 모양인데요.
Xichun, who arrived before us, shot us the briefest glance before looking away with exaggerated disinterest.
방금 시추님이 저희를 보자마자 고개를 획 꺾으셨...
그 잠깐 사이에 되게 서먹해졌네요.
오! 우리도 시춘군의 옆에 가서 앉는 것이 어떤가?
틀렸어. 우린 이제 저기로 못 가.
어째서 온 말인가?
Yeah, if I remember from the in media res entry, we are opposite her on the
저희는
table.
이제 가시춘 씨의 세력이 아닙니다. 적으로 취급받는 것이 당연할 테죠.
분위기가 바뀌었다. 이쪽과 저쪽, 우리와 우리가 아닌 것.
전장은 언제나 모략과 배신이 도사리는 곳이지.
Megumi, welcome. Welcome into chat. We're going to be wrapping up soon because my throat hurts.
오늘의 아군은 내일의 적이 되기도 하고.
친구가 없다는 말을 이렇게 또 돌려서 하고.
失礼ですけど、Megumiだと言いますから、日本に帰歴ですか?
방금 뭐...
아, 부모님이 저기 계시네요.
Parents time.
갑자기 바로 간다고? 야이씨, 이름도 모르는데.
아, 아버지 조남은 가시정. 그리고 어머니는
Not
대관원에서
Snormimimi. I might catch a
왕부인이라고
mini
불리신답니다.
Snormimimi before my next stream. Lady Wang. Zheng and Lady
출가
Wang.
이후 처음으로 인사 올립니다.
He really does look just like them. Whoa. I always find it interesting in a story when the character comes first and then the character designers have to design their parents and it's like, this feature, this feature, but this is beautifully done.
가시보. 지금 귀가했습니다.
벌써 왔느냐?
보가 이게 몇 년 만이니? 오랜만에 얼굴을 보니 정말이지 반갑기가 그지없구나.
So grim. And she wants us to go immediately. She likes us, but does she see danger?
어떤 말부터 해야 할지.
Your throat will get saved by the blade lineage. Yeah, will they be able to excise the tonsil stone that won't leave my throat? The father, Jia Zheng's eyes dart nervously between us and Hong Lu. Meanwhile, his mother gingerly brings him in for a careful embrace, as though she was in the presence of something so utterly, deeply moving. It was more than the pure joy of reunion. So they're Hong Lu's parents.
극진히 환영해 주시니 감사해요.
Who dost thou main? Oh, who do I main in TF2? So years ago.
그런데 같이 온 분들은 누구니?
I'm sorry, I'll address the TF2, I'll address the TF2 allegations. Oh my gosh, Shmuppy outed as a TF2 player? After we finish this chapter, I am really enamored with this, but Sinclair, let's hold that thought. Let's put a pin in it.
대단한 숫자는 아니지만 밖에서 사귄 제 친구들이랍니다.
Seems like a big group.
누구보단 낫네요. 그죠?
야, 그건
Hong Lu's mother slowly turns around to look at us. On what are you? Megumi, are you asking that like... Are you asking that like... On what drugs are you on? Hong Lu's mother slowly turns around to look at us. I mean, it's a weird thing to say, but... Somehow, it almost felt like she was looking down at each of us, one by one. Are you assuming that we're taking advantage of him? That surely my sweet boy cannot have genuine friends? Surely these are hangers-on for his wealth?
반가워요. 우리 보기가 어릴 때부터 참 고집이 많았던 아이여서 어쩌면 같이 다니기에 조금 고생스러웠을 텐데 개의치 않고 부디 잘 보살펴. 고집이요? 홍루 씨가요?
Was he a handful? Whatever it was she said, they don't seem all too happy to hear that.
보가, 왜 친구분들이 너를 그런 이름으로 부르게 두는 거니? 선인들께서 점치해주신 너의 고귀한 이름을 두고.
That's the issue?
뭐야? 왜 갑자기...
Hong Lu reached out and gently, yet indifferently, held his mother's violently trembling hands. Does Hong Lu mean something bad to you all?
당연하잖아요, 어머니. 그 고귀한 이름이니까요.
Too noble indeed.
그렇지. 아무나 입에 담을 만큼 가벼운 이름이 결코 아니니.
You are a very anxious woman.
아무렴 그렇고 말고.
이쪽도 원래 이름이란 게 있었어?
그거 있잖아. 피사에서 홍루 보고 보옥도련님이라고 불렀었던 거 기억 안 나?
지난번 홍원에서 결투할 때도 가씨 가문의 보옥이라고 이름을 밝혔었죠. 사정이 있어서 다른 이름을 쓰는구나 했지만요.
뭐 우리랑 다르게 고귀하신 이름이다 이거냐? 부르면 닳기라도 하나.
Heathcliff does not appreciate the insinuation that him speaking it aloud would sully it.
고작 이름인데 부른다고 닳진 않아요. 아, 하지만 닳는다고 믿으시는 분들도 계셨던 것 같네요.
그 이름을 여기저기서 쓰고 다니지 않은 건 잘했구나.
You shouldn't run around the city using your noble name.
그래. 네 소중한 이름이 저자에 널리 퍼지면 너를 암습할 자가 얼마나 많겠니?
Yes.
당장 이곳에서도.
모친의 말씀대로 홍루 씨의 본명은 H사에 한 번이라도 연이 닿은 자라면 충분히 홍원의 일원이라는 걸 알아차릴 수 있는 지명도를 갖고 있죠.
And brought your head here.
대부분의 이름에는 그 근원이 담겨져 있다고 하오. 가령 동부에서는 부모가 자식에게 이름을 지을 때 어떻게 세상에 쓰일 것인지를 담아 짓곤 하지.
내 놈, 이름의 뜻이 뭐지?
Oh, hello, Ryoshu.
제 이름은 부모님뿐만 아니라 많은 분의 소망을 담아서 만들어졌죠. 태어날 때부터
Balyu.
옥을 가지고 태어났다는 뜻이랍니다.
Born with a precious jade. The eye?
바보. 끔찍하군. 홍루가 낫겠어.
Doesn't Hong mean scarlet or something?
조용히 말하세요.
나도 부르던 대로 부를란다. 혹시라도 보옥 도련님 뭐 이딴 이름으로 불러대야 한다면 차라리 길잡이 그 작자한테 몇 대 후려 맞는 게 나을 테니까.
I could feel the horrified gaze of the servants staring at us.
네, 계속 홍루라고 불러주셔도 괜찮답니다.
귀빈들께선 자리에 앉아주시길 청하옵니다. 곧 음식을 내올 것이니.
I really want Chinese food now. Like good authentic Chinese food.
야, 이게 다 뭐냐?
이거 진짜 먹으라고 주는 거 맞아요?
No, no. In Chinese culture, you must leave some things uneaten, or else you are saying to the chef that, you have not served me enough food. It's a banquet of a rich family. They can throw it all out. I don't think I've ever been intimidated by food before. There was quite literally a mountain of dishes on the table. I was starting to wonder if the purpose of these dishes was more to flaunt their wealth than to feed us a reasonable amount of food. Yes.
이거 말이야. 리필 되는 거지?
네? 네.
Anyway, what's up with those empty seats over there? Are we still killing time for some guests to arrive?
그건 아닐 것 같아요. 이곳에 참석하는 걸 원하지 않은 이 대관원 어딘가에 있는 제 형, 누나들의 자리겠죠. 오늘은 저를 환영하기 위해 만들어진 자리니까요. 있어봤자 시간 낭비라고 생각하는 걸 거예요.
Do they think you're just gonna get turned around by the family? Do they not respect you?
거참 얼마나 부지런하게 사는 사람들이길래.
감옥께서 당도하셨나이다!
Jamu?
감옥께서 당도하셨나이다.
With the announcement, utter silence quickly devoured the busy hubbub of the banquet. Those who were sitting quickly rose to their feet and bowed, while those who were standing knelt down on all fours, their backs bent so low that their foreheads were nearly touching the floor. Grandma has arrived, and the woman walking out from between them, the crowd itself parting down the middle from her sheer presence.
아, 할머니가 오셨네요.
Are those Mao family people? Was Honglu's grandmother, the family hierarch of H Corp and its chief executive director. Jiamu's presence was at once warm, gentle, yet immense and overwhelming, like a personification of an insurmountable mountain.
가모님을 뵙습니다.
가모님을 뵙습니다.
뭐야? 우리도 숙여야 해? 고개?
이미 접시에 고개를 파묻고 있으니까 괜찮지 않을까?
이 옆에 흑수처럼 보이는 사람들도
Heisho,
있어요.
not the Mao family ones. Guys, everything's gonna be fine as long as we don't do anything stupid. As everyone was bowing before Jiamu, awed and humbled, only Honglu looked straight at Jiamu without bowing. Then he got up from his seat and walked toward her.
할머니, 오랜만에 인사드려요.
Grandma!
보옥도련님, 가까이 올라오시죠.
It seemed that a special permission was needed to even stand next to her, as Honglu was allowed to approach her only after the servant gave him the go-ahead. There's a Heisho branch for each Chinese zodiac. I wonder what these ones are.
보가 얼마나 고단하고 여의치 않은 여정이었느냐.
그렇지 않아요, 할머니. 함께했던 분들이 모두 친절히 대해주신 덕에 새로운 걸 많이 배울 수 있었는걸요?
배움을 통달하고자 했다면 어떤 학문이든 다 빼어난 선생을 모셔 글방에 앉혀놓을 수도 있었겠지만 글방에 앉아 아무리 학문에 능통해졌다 하더라도 그저 그뿐일 뿐.
Why did you choose this different path for the youngest child?
우리는 보옥이 네가 세상 물정에 능통해지고 세월을 허투루 보내지 않길 바라였다.
네, 알아요 할머니. 과분한 기회였다는 걸요.
그래도 가주자리를 내려놓기 전에 이렇게 잊지 않고 들려줘서 고맙구나.
아무래도 홍루건이 림버스 컴퍼니에 합류한 것은 일종의 그란 트리스머였던 모양이군. 그란 트리스머? 그게 뭔데?
너희 둘 다 주둥이에 집어넣은 것 좀 삼키고 말할 수는 없나?
A grand tour.
유명한 집안의 도련님들은 본격적인 대외 활동에 나서기 전에 집안에서 여행을 보내기도 한다네.
책으로는 배울 수 없는 다양한 경험을 얻고 바깥의 문물에 익숙해지기 위함이다.
저기 있는 시춘이
Oh, I just noticed in the
이미
background.
한번 인사를
Grandma
나누었다지.
Jamu is there.
그럼요.
총명한 아이야. 가주 심사 또한 허튼 마음으로 나가는 것이 아닐 테다.
맞아요. 시춘이라면 영민하게 잘 해내겠죠.
그래. 어르신들께는 인사를 드렸느냐?
곧 방문 드리려고요.
Why are your eyebrows downturned? What about these elders?
왕부인도 이곳으로 올라오거라.
송구합니다, 가문님.
Hongwoo's mother hurried up to where Jamu stood.
하나뿐인 아들이 출가하여 강호를 떠돌고 있으니 마음이 편치 않을 것이다.
아닙니다, 가문님. 저는 우리 보기가 이렇게 제 몫을 하는 사내가 되어 무탈한 모습으로 돌아오니 그것만으로도 더 이상 바랄 게 없습니다.
Why that dark look on your face?
그러니 보가 재촉할 생각은 없지만
Right.
다음 출가 날짜는 언제니?
We're back to the in media res.
아직 정해진 건 없어요, 어머니.
그렇구나. 나는 그저 이곳에 계속 머물러 있다가는 네 소임을 다하지 못하고 저물까봐 염려스럽단다. 어서 소임을 다하고 돌아와야 가모님께서 맺어주신 그 약조도 지키지 않겠니?
Agreement?
그래.
What do you have to fulfill?
잃지도 말고 잊지도 말거라. 너는 우리 가문의 하나뿐인 옥이니 우리의 둘도 없는 진귀한 보물. 이 속세에 남아있지 말고 때가 되면 다시 떠나 그 가치를 다하거라.
Why does he get freedom when the rest of them are chained to the system?
그럴게요, 할머니, 어머니.
Is his philosophy how he has coped with that very fact? Enjoy your ice cream, Void. I hope I'm still streaming when Void comes back. Okay, we are half of a third of the way through. Man, this could take a while if I don't do a few more long streams, but man, my throat hurts. And I just smelled my breath. I think it really is a
좋은
tonsil
아침이에요,
stone.
간태님. 저희
I hate that
주방장님이
stuff.
그랬는데 아침에 피곤할 때는
So let me collect. Oh yeah, I had a thing pinned for later. TF2, TF2. Welcome back. Oh, we just finished the story chapter. I'm wrapping it up and talking about a little bit of stuff. Let me see. I always accept friends. Accept. Alright, manager. Copying my code. TF2, what do I main? So I have only like just dipped my toe into Team Fortress 2 a little bit. The last time I played with this friend group, I don't think I streamed it. But back in the day, back when I was like a high schooler, when I first started streaming, I wish I had never seen beef noodles growing up. Now my stomach hungers. I was pretty much
좋은
a
아침이에요, 단테님. 저희 주방장님이 그랬는데 아침에
Scout and Pyro, Scout Pyro
송로버섯만큼
Soldier.
좋은 게 없다고
I've lost my
그러더라고요.
touch for Soldier. But now I'm probably just going to be playing Pyro. This is a restart on a fresh account where I don't have any of my old items. I don't even know what old Steam account my old shit is associated with. But I used to be really into Scout. I was into TF2 back when, oh my gosh, talking about stuff, Germa, back when he had like, back when it was just like Rat Movie and stuff. I was showing kids Rat Movie in like freshman year in high school, and also, what is it, the Journey of the Spy, the thing about baby spy players. I could never. There's a lot of classes I can never get the hang of, but I don't know. I'm a much better gamer now than I used to be, even though I don't have my childhood reflexes.
단테님, 급한 일이 생기셨나 봐요. 천천히 갔다 오세요.
You had to make an alt because 12-year-old me did some stupid stuff. Oh, I see. Refused to believe that Germa is a real human being. Unfortunately, he's real, and he's been alongside humanity for quite a while, always watching us. Not as a silent watcher, but very loud and watcher. Barely play spy. I can't. My brain is not built for spy, man. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna hopefully my throat will feel better and I'll be able to do a longer session, dive deeper into this story, because we've only just barely gotten into the intro, man. We are caught up with the in media res that it started us off on. There's so many questions unanswered. I'm really gonna have to dig in deep and hopefully completely max out my party, my sinners, before that happens. So yeah, even though people say family candidate Ishmael is net negative Rupture, I don't know, she's working so hard with my group. Maybe it's just that I rearranged my whole Rupture team. I don't know. Wisdom deck, oh man, you managed to pop in exactly at the end of the stream. Well, till next time, indeed, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, past, present, and future. Don't forget to like and subscribe to let me know that you enjoy the Limbus content and to help it reach a wider audience. Should I keep up with this? I don't know. I really don't know. Should I stream a mirror dungeon run once I'm caught up? Will I even be caught up by the time the next stuff is out? I'm going so slowly. My throat needs a rest. Maybe I'll see some of you during my TF2 stream. Peace and glub, everybody. Peace and glub. Wait, shit, no, I'm not gonna be back. There we go.